You have to have a license. Well, no. And people who lie and say they've looked after kids and come here, it shows. It shows that I've seen some scrawny. Hello, my lovies. So, welcome to another video. I posted a Q&A on Instagram and on YouTube asking you guys if you guys had any questions. And boy, did you guys not disappoint. So I have a bunch of questions that people have asked about au pairing, and I'm excited to answer because some of them are new and I have new information. In fact, I found out about a new agency, and so I'm actually really excited. Can you guys like see me? I'm trying to I feel like I'm super zoomed. Hold on. It's fine. I'm just gonna stay this way because I don't know why it's like, I feel like I want to go more up, but it's not working. So let's get to our questions. I'm excited. I have some juicy ones. First question. If you had a kid, can you au pair? Well, before last week, I would have said no, but it has come to my attention that you actually can. I actually have a friend who's from Brazil, and she was telling me that the agency she came with, you can au pair and still like have a kid. I will find out the name from the agency. I'll actually bring her to the channel so you guys can meet her because she's cool. Okay, next question. What is an au pair? So, what is an au pair? An au pair, an au pair I always just say it's like an international nanny, but we more cultural exchange. It's not driven by like cost, I don't know how to say. So your responsibility is to come from another country, you live with a family, you take care of their kids, they pay you a stipend, and then in return you live with them for free. There's a few other things you also do for free with them, and then you get like a year with the family and you get to experience America. You work with kids basically. Okay, so that's what an au pair is. Next question. How much was your au pair program fee? Is it a one-time payment or can you pay it off? So somebody also DM'd me and asked me this question. In my first year when I came, I paid like 7,000 Rand 10 days before I could leave. 7,000 or 6,000? 10 days before I could leave. Then I had to pay for my visa, I had to pay for my registration, but I didn't pay all this money in one go. So I paid my registration first. My registration was like around 1.6 there, 1.613. So that was the first payment I made. Then I had a passport, so I didn't need one. The next thing I paid for was my police clearance, and that was like 100 Rand or something. And then the next thing I paid for was my visa, that was 2,600. And then the last thing I paid for, and this is all with the agency, like you still pay for other stuff like your passport pictures and all that stuff, but that's like your own money. 10 days before you leave, you have to pay 6,000 or 7,000, I'm not correct. But when you come back as an au pair, you don't pay that fee. I just paid registration fees and my visa this time around. So do the math. It's what, roughly, I want to say 15,000 to be max, but I feel like it could be less or it could be more depending on what you have. Like I had my license already, I had my passports already, I had quite a few things already, so it made it easier. Okay, next question. Is it true that when you're packing your luggage, less is more? I feel like what I'm gonna pack is not enough. Girl, don't bother, darling. Don't bother bringing too much things. Me, even though I came the first time, I still packed like a fool the second time. Less is more. You're gonna come here, you're gonna buy stuff. I always tell people, don't pack a lot of clothes because you're gonna come here and buy clothes. Pack a lot of snacks from your country because yeah, it's so expensive unless you come from like a country like around here, like Mexico. My friend from Mexico, she was eating the snacks and she's like, there's like the Mexican aisle and all that stuff. But if you're coming from South Africa, I'm telling you now, besides biltong, pack snacks, pack the lotion, pack soaps, pack because I promise you, you're gonna come here and wish for all those things, like your favorite stuff, pack it. I came with Trinko. Yes, I came with Trinko, I came with Royboys, I came with some stuff because you miss all that, and it's so expensive here. It is so expensive here. So I always say, don't worry about packing a lot of clothes. Depending on the season you're coming into, bring clothes for that, and then just bring like your favorite items that you know like you're gonna wear, like maybe 1 or 2 pretty dresses if you guys go out for dinner, a jeans top. You always wear jeans, like a jeans top, whatever, but don't even bother, like don't bother bringing a lot of stuff, because I guarantee you, if you're coming here as an au pair, you're gonna buy stuff. Next thing, should you ask a host family if they're going to give you access to a car prior to going? Should you ask a host family if you're gonna get a car or not? I feel like this question you won't need to ask, because they will tell you. They'll say, oh, you're gonna get a car to drive the kids around. You just need to find out if you're allowed to use a car for your own needs, because I know with some host families, you're only allowed to use the car for the kids. You're not allowed to use it for your personal use. And then there's some host families that are fine with you using it for your personal use. You must just put gas for yourself. And then some are like, oh girl, like it's fine, we'll pay for the gas, you can use the car, or you have to share the car with the host mom or share the car with the host dad. And there's curfews with cars and all that stuff. So just ask, because like that also can become a big problem. Like people sometimes go into rematch because they thought they're coming for a car. They're like, oh, we're staying in this rural area, it's semi-farm, I'll have a car at least to drive out. And then you get you, and the host family's like, no, you only can use a car when you're taking Tommy to school. So it's stuff like that that I always say, just find out. Next question. How do you save up? Yo, this girl came through. You came through with the questions. How do you save up as an au pair? I just did a video on how to save money as an au pair. Okay, next question. Does mental health affect your chances of being accepted if you have any mental illnesses? What? Like, I don't want to say no, I don't want to say yes. It honestly depends on the family, to be honest. But I would say I don't know how, like, does it affect you from doing your job? I feel like I don't want to say it's not gonna. Does it affect you doing your job? Like, are there days where you just want to stay in bed, so are you not gonna go do your job and you're just gonna sleep in bed? Does it cloud your judgment on making like sober decisions? I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I don't want to say no, don't be an au pair because of this. I don't want to say yes, be an au pair, and then you come and it's like a problem. But what I am saying is, like, I think I would say, I'm trying to think, should you tell your host family, should you not? I really don't know. Au pairs that are currently au pairs, what is your take? Like, I don't know, au pairs that are current, comment below and tell me. Like, I really don't know I don't have a lot of experience with the mental health department, so I don't want to be insensitive. Like, I genuinely don't want to be insensitive. I don't know what it's like. So I just don't know how, like, I really don't know. Like, I don't want to say something that is not true or true. I don't want to stop you from living your dreams, but at the same time, I want you to be happy. So I don't want you to feel like you're gonna be judged. I just feel like sometimes host families use that against you. But at the same time, I'm saying, like, I'm like, okay, tell them. And amazing host families, like, well, I don't think my host family would have a problem with it, to be honest. But then like my ex-host family, the people who were cray-cray that I went into rematch with, they would use it against you. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. It depends on like the people, and yeah, and also how, like, is it gonna affect your job? Yeah. So next question, how quick can one match with a host family? So I would say it depends. Like, when host families, I think peak season is usually from what, like March, April, May, June, because host families want to look for their au pairs during then. So by the end of summer, when the kids go back to school, their au pairs are here. Or some host families like their au pairs to come during summer, that way they can bond with the au pair, hang out with the pair, that kind of stuff. But it could be like 1 day, 1 week, or it could be like 3 months. It depends on like the families and like if they like your profile. That's why I always say to people, like, put effort in your profile. Don't just be a vagabond and just put stuff. Next question, what do they ask for in your interview? Which interview? Is this like, what do they ask for? Is this host family's interview? Host families, it's a conversation like, how long have you worked, where you working, wherever. Like with me, they'd be like, how long have you worked in real estate? Do you like kids? Tell us about your family. And then they'll give me scenarios like this host family was like, if there's a fire in the house, how would you handle it? That kind of stuff. So it could be the reason you're denied. I don't think I've ever heard any au pair got denied, unless you're like, I feel like if you're a convict or you have like a criminal record, then that could be a problem. Because the embassy, like, it's not even the agency, the embassy will give you a problem. But otherwise, I don't know any other reason you could get denied. How long can you au pair for? So you can au pair, well, right now I'm entering my 3rd year, but this is because it's a pandemic. You can au pair for up to 2 years, but after your 2 years you can go to other countries. In America you can only au pair up to 2 years. In other countries I think you can do 2 years also, but you have to leave the country, come back. So like you could, let's say you're 19, you can go for 2 years here, and then once your 2 years is up you can go to Netherlands for 2 years and then come back here if you want to, or go somewhere else. You have to have a license. Well, no, not anymore. Well, with this agency that my friend was telling me about, at first I used to say yes, you have to have a driver's license, but my friend just gave me a light bulb moment, and so no. With this agency, with some agencies you have to. With my agency I think you have to have a license, a driver's license, but with this agency, wait, is this a license like a driver's license? Because I'm just answering like a driver's license. So in my agency you have to have a driver's license. I think with Culture Care and a few others you have to. But have her come onto my channel and then she can talk about it in detail, because she loves them. She's like, they're so good, she's happy with them. But if you're talking about like a license like school or some sort, no, I don't think you need it. Oh, next question, do you have to study to become? So I'm guessing it's the same. Well, yeah, it's the same person. Do I have to study? No, you don't have to study. You have to have childcare reference. They do ask you about educational levels. I did do college before coming here, so I get it. But you have to have a matric certificate. They're not taking, that's like a grade 12. They're not taking anything below that. But if you studied, if you haven't studied, well, when you say study, like study for kids, like a teacher, no, you don't have to be a teacher to do that. Oh, my hair is looking a little wackety whack. You don't have to be a teacher to be an au pair, or like, you definitely have to have childcare references, and you definitely have to at least look after a kid, because you must know about kids. And people who lie and say they've looked after kids and come here, it shows that. I've seen some scrawny bad au pairs. Okay, can I go to New Zealand as an au pair without the vaccination? I would say look up the agencies in New Zealand or in your country that offer New Zealand and see what their protocol is, because I don't think you can become an au pair right now. Yeah, actually, I must ask, I think you have to be vaccinated now to come an au pair here. Or if you come here, if you haven't been vaccinated when you come here, I think there's like a time frame and you have to be vaccinated. I stand to be corrected. Okay, next question. Yes, I want to help my Mshana. Mshana is nephew or niece, I'm guessing. Mshana. Yeah, it's nephew or niece. She has been, oh yes, niece. She has been looking at doing it. What agency did you use or you currently with? I am with Aupair in America. Okay, do you plan on extending your term? So honestly speaking, if they extend now, I'd be surprised. I don't think there's gonna be an option to extend for me, because I extended to my 2nd year, and then I extended 6 months, which is like till like June, July. So if they offer another extension, I'm gonna be like, what? Yeah, it's never been done in like the history of au pairing. Like my term is never, like I'm going into 3 years, it's never been done. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? So I always say, depending on you as a person, au pairing is not for the faint heart. Like packing your bags, moving to a whole new country is not for the faint heart, because I guarantee you this, you will feel alone. You see, the feelings you had when you were back home, the rejection, the insecurities, the feeling alone, even though you're around your family or whatever, coming here, it's 10 times worse. So it's a matter of like you making the most of the experience. I feel it's worth it, especially if you're looking for change, if you want to grow, because au pairing, oh, the AC in my house has gone on, so I'm sorry. Au pairing has opened my eyes to, I've grown, number one. I've seen like that there is the rest of the world. I come from like a small community, which is great. I love my community. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. But like when I went back, I was like, oh my gosh, there's more to just this. And I'm not even talking about money, I'm just talking about experiences. I like experiences. I'm not really like, yes, I want to earn money and I want to do well and that kind of stuff, but for me, a life well lived is a life that makes you feel, and I feel like I build relationship, or like just go deeper and deeper with who I am as a person and exploring stuff. So for me, it's definitely worth it, and I'm happy I'm doing it and I'm almost done, because I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned to trust my instincts. Also, as I've learned to come out of my shell. I'm doing YouTube. That is it, people. That is it. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give the girl a like, comment, subscribe. Come in the comment section, ask me more questions. Current au pairs, what do you think? Is it worth it? Is it not? Would you recommend other people au pairing? It was the biggest cultural shock, and it woke me up to the real world. So now I'm like tough, strong, but I still need Jesus. But yeah, it's so much fun. Try it. You are gonna cry. You are gonna miss your mom. You're gonna miss your mom's food. It's not all roses. It's not what the agencies show you only. It is like an actual job. You actually have to do stuff. So do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.